Happy Arva. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. So apparently America's been invaded. Once again by Australians. Not in Hollywood this time. In the NFL. Some AFL players are invading the NFL and becoming kickers. Which is really interesting, but also not too shocking or surprising. Because I think I've remarked myself reacting to AFL. Like some of these dudes, if they were so inclined, you know, if they wanted to, they could come kick in the NFL. Because some of the kicking in Aussie football, I mean, some of the guys playing Aussie football in general, pure blood athletes. So, yeah, I'm not too surprised they're making a splash in the NFL, but I want to know more. That's pretty cool. Apparently, the small and up-and-coming YouTube channel Today has the scoop. Meet the NFL's Australian kickers. That's pretty cool.
Seahawks punter Michael Dixon grew up in Australia loving football, but for him, that meant something like this.
Luckily, it's a very similar ball.
Australian rules football.
Luckily for him.
We grew up kicking a football to each other. Instead of playing catch, we would go kick it.
You go kick it?
Yeah. I'd
How convenient.
get home from school and go kick the footy and do that every day.
I mean, and compare that to like some kids growing up here in America that love football. You don't really grow up wanting to be necessarily like wanting to kick the football. Like you grow up passing the football. That's what you do. So I'm not surprised that the Australians who grew up playing footy, they're the best kickers.
Every day. I was obsessed with it.
It's the most popular sport down under and even played here in the States by club teams like
What?
the Seattle Grizzlies.
I gotta react to that. I had no idea there was even a single AFL club here in America. I'm sorry. I need to write this down. That is freaking cool. Obviously, I know we have rugby. I even think we have some cricket. But I never even considered that there might be some Aussie rules being played over here in the States. How do I get myself onto the team? Put me in, coach. Are you serious? This is my calling.
The rules can be complicated, but crucially, every player on the field has to be good at kicking, particularly while running, which has helped Dixon become the most successful example of a growing trend in the NFL, Australian punters. There are currently 4 in the league.
4? It's not just him. That is so funny. You guys are really in disguise, huh?
Dixon, Mitch Wishnowsky of the
Take the helmet off, dude. You're an AFL player.
49ers, Lou
Not
Hedley
fooling me.
in New Orleans, and Cameron Johnston of the Texans, taking the skills and instincts of Australian football and translating them to the
And look at the freaking kick. Oh my god, like Karate Kid. Are you kidding me? No wonder they're on the team. Boom! Boom! Look at that. Hiya!
the booming long kick.
I've never kicked a ball like that to where I'm in the air. That just blew my mind.
Kicks in the American game.
I think it's helped me out. Probably helps some other Australians out. It gives you a bit of a head start, but then the rest is on you.
Several of those punters attended the ProKick Academy in Australia that pumps out future all-stars, training athletes who get recruited for...
Hey, today, I know you guys are a small and up-and-coming YouTube channel, so small tip, turn down the music, please.
ProKick Academy in Australia that pumps out future all-stars, training athletes who get recruited for college teams here in America,
No way. You guys really are clever.
including for both teams
You're invading us, and I approve. We need more Australians.
in this past January's national championship game.
It's obvious that there's a lot of
I mean, I'm surprised. Hey, like, I'm surprised any of you guys even want to come over here right now. It's a little bit crazy here in the States right now.
differences, but what does translate between the Aussie game and the NFL?
If you have a bit of a bad drop, I can kind of move my leg and correct it. I feel like I can kind of save it just by having the feel for it from my old sport.
But while some of the
That is interesting.
skills carried over, the rules and
I mean, it just shows how much goes into being a pro athlete, because I didn't even consider like the drop, you know, dropping the ball. That's obviously a big aspect of kicking it. But I hadn't really considered that. But look at that beautiful drop. Didn't move a freaking inch. Boom!
Equipment encountered some culture shock.
When you guys were kids and you would watch American football, did you understand it?
I only saw American football if it was in a movie or something, and I had no idea. I played Madden and would just pick Hail Mary every single play.
Do you
Me too.
remember the first time that you held an American football?
The first one I got was for Christmas in 2014 by my parents because I told them I wanted to punt. So
No way.
they bought me one, got it shipped from over here, and went to the park and started kicking it.
The first full
That's pretty badass, man. That's like a proud American moment right there. Like, okay. Thank you, man. Really? That's cool.
American football game, Dixon
You loved the sport. You didn't even understand how it's played, but you're like, you know, I want to play that American football. I want to punt it. I want to show them Yanks how to punt a football. I like that.
says he ever watched was the first one he played
Those seppos.
in for the University of Texas.
He's like, have you seen those seppos try to kick? I can make a career out of this, guys. Give me a
That
football.
whole freshman year is such a blur to me. I had no idea what I was doing. I hadn't really, put on pads and a helmet.
Wait a minute. So you had never even put on pads and a helmet?
I had put on, a helmet that was, just a piece of plastic fake helmet. It wasn't a real
So you were in Australia, you were basically playing with toys, like American
Yeah.
football toys.
Yeah, the helmet was probably from some other era that we had found on eBay.
But that was long, long ago. Now Dixon is considered by many to be the best punter in the NFL. One of the few who can create highlight reel plays for good reasons. Like 2 years ago when he punted twice on the same play.
Oh, here's a block.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Blocked off the foot of Dixon, and Dixon now kicks it.
Before you did it, you weren't sure if it was
That is the biggest giveaway this dude's an AFL player.
actually legal.
No, I just did it. And that's where it just kind of flashed back to my old playing days.
And while this reporter had no chance of doing that,
This is so much smaller compared to the Aussie
Yeah,
football.
pointy as well.
Michael
And it just goes to show you, if you want to, this type of dream is attainable, you know what I mean? And it's about finding your niche, you know? You don't need all the pads, and you don't need to grow up in America playing football on the high school team. You need to become the best freaking kicker in the world, which is what this guy did.
did show me some of the basics of punting.
Catch it, spin it, and then kick it. Otherwise, it'll get blocked.
Dude. Okay, just got the snap. Find it. Got it.
That's nice.
In both sports.
He's a bad liar, though.
That's not bad.
But even with a great coach,
Pointy toe and just swing.
People of America, forgive me.
I still don't think I'll be making the pros.
Watch the ball, point your toe, aim at your target,
And
and
He's like, you're helpless, bro.
explode through it.
Hell yeah!
In America or Australia.
You like that?
you like it? This is his reaction.
It's hard to, he's not a good liar.
Yeah, so I didn't learn to kick in either sport. So, guys, those Aussie punters' jobs are safe from me. I asked Michael, since he came
Oh, yeah, he thinks, okay, this guy came from Australia to punt. Maybe I can go from America and play on the AFL. I don't think so, buddy.
from Australia to play in the NFL, if he could see NFL players being able to go the other way around, Aussie rules, to play themselves, and he said 100%. He's got a few guys in mind, so maybe we can try to put on an exhibition in the offseason. I'd go
That would be interesting. I don't think it translates the other way as well, you know? Like, what part of the game would even translate? It's so much different. Other than catching the ball. Yeah, a wide receiver, maybe. But even then, it's, there's so many weird aspects from dribbling it to kicking it that the wide receiver here doesn't do.
check it out. Back to you guys.
I wouldn't pick Jacob on my team. I wouldn't.
I disagree.
I disagree. Okay. That was really entertaining. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.